Hello once again, Star Wars and unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba. And today we got a little hodgepodge of a couple of different things. We got some Star Wars Funko Pop Pez Dispensers, which I caught these over in GameStop, and I thought, oh, these are kind of interesting, a little different. So I wanted to do an unboxing with those. We have, of course, a Black Series figure, the Imperial Jump Trooper. I do believe a GameStop exclusive. And we have one of these Micro Force Wow kind of 3-pack looking in a lightsaber container. Just something a little unusual, and I thought I would give that a shot. And the piece de resistance, the Kessel cardboard cutout playset with exclusive Han Solo action figure from Solo, A Star Wars Story. So we are going to unbox all of this. I'm going to do the little stuff first. I'm going to kind of keep this guy down over here for a minute, and I'm going to do a fast build on that one because it is a little bit of piecemeal and I'm going to put it together. So I'll do that at high speed, and then we'll go from there. So first, why don't we talk through the Pez dispensers. So these are really cool. They're Funko Pop style, the shapes of the faces of the heads, and but they are actual Pez dispensers. And I've always loved Pez dispensers, and Pez dispensers are a very highly sought after collectible. Of course, these days they mass produce them so much that there's not a lot of heavy value to them, but they're still kind of fun to kind of collect and see what you can acquire. So these four, or at least these three over here, are 2019 Galactic Convention exclusive. I'm going to be 100% honest. I have no idea what a Galactic Convention exclusive is, other than to think that it's maybe something that they were selling at conventions exclusively for a while. But they did find themselves in GameStop, so who knows. And then this one doesn't have that sticker on it, so who knows. But the actual characters are, well, this one is Ponda Baba. This one is Jabba the Hutt, Salacious Crumb, and Gamorrean Guard. So I do like the packaging, but I have to say, in all honesty, these are more fun to just kind of display on their own. So I am going to open them up and unbox. Yes, I know. Too many. How could you do that? And again, they're just, I've always loved them. They have a really cute way to them, and obviously I can't imagine that. I'm not going to demonstrate on the air how to do a Pez dispenser, but essentially, for those who have never seen a Pez dispenser, I can't believe anybody watching this has never seen Pez. But if you haven't, it's just a character, and it has a sleeve kind of thing. You open it up, and you can put all of these pieces in there, and then it has kind of a spring that keeps it closed. And then you open up, you kind of pull open the neck, and a Pez comes out, and you eat the candy, and then you do it again, and again, and again, and again, and so on. So, and the candy is kind of cute, like a fruit-flavored snack, so kind of nice. But I really like the Funko Pop look. I like the Ponda Baba characters. I like all the alien creatures that are here. Of course, there are different types of Pez dispensers. You can have those that are more accurate versions of the characters. They make quite a few of those, and they seem to add a little bit more each time as new movies come out. So they don't cover everybody, though. It is kind of interesting. Here's Jabba the Hutt. My favorite thing about Jabba the Hutt, and I'll get close-ups of all the shots, but my favorite thing of Jabba the Hutt is his little tongue slurping out, and I think that's really funny. So there we go with that. And again, I think the Funko Pop thing is really cool. This kind of vinyl, I don't know, pop art, I guess you could say. But I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to wonder if it's run its course. I've noticed that stores are not stocking the characters as much. Here's Salacious Crumb, a little Kowakian monkey lizard. Me. So there you go. Again, I'll get you the close-up in there. People might wonder, like, what do I, Oh, and there's another thing. There's another reason to unbox. I strongly recommend to anyone who's collecting to not keep any food items in your collection. Do not keep them in your collection. Get rid of them. Figure something out. The reason for that is very simple. the food tends to, obviously it hardens, it spoils, it gets, if it's made of sugar, the sugar can sometimes seep through like battery acid and, cause damage to the toy. So I know there are people that like to collect food premiums and they like to collect all those kind of things, but I strongly advise against it. One of the first things I collected from episode 1, this is the Gamorrean Guard. Here he is. Again, I'll get a close-up of it. One of the first things I collected when episode 1 came out was actually, I was in England. I was on a band trip in England. And in England, they happened to have you could go into like a convenience store and you can go into, there was a little freezer and you can get little lollipops that were frozen treats, lollipops. So you might have seen ones like they have SpongeBob where it's like a little ice cream thing and it has like a nose that you can bite off and it's actually bubble gum. Or you can get like the red, white, and blue kind of rocket ship kind of thing. Ice cream trucks always have those kind of things. Well, they had these in the store and they actually had battle droids that were molded to look like battle droids, and they were little kind of like ice pops, And I found them and I bought one. I think I bought like 3. And I ate them over the course of the trip, and then I kept the wrappers, and that's what I did. There was no way to keep an ice pop, so that's what you had to do. So I know there are people that are real into this, that look for the molds that you make the ice pops with. That's great, awesome. That's so cool that you want to do that. It's a little bit too much for me. But, so don't collect the food premiums. My daughter loves Pez, so I will give these to her. She can enjoy them at her leisure. And now we're going to get on to the Imperial Jump Trooper. I'm going to give a quick read of this. An elite squadron within the Imperial ranks, Jump Troopers, also known as Rocket Troopers, were outfitted with jetpacks and utilized in tight spaces. They were trained to act in unison, often swarming and overwhelming their targets. I'm trying to remember where we actually saw a Jump Trooper. In fact, the only place I've seen any flying troopers, now that I think about it, is the trailer to The Rise of Skywalker, which I suppose that could be this, but I don't think so. I think this trooper looks definitely more... Ooh. But this one does have a unique little... something different. This has a stand, or I don't know what this is. What the heck? Huh. That's new. Let's see if see if there's a year on this. This could be an older thing. It was on sale, although not very cheap. 2018, so not that long ago. I don't know if this is it meant to be like a. It looks kind of weird. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's something you put on the back. It seems kind of odd to me. I don't know. An odd way to put that, but hey, what do you know? What are you gonna do? I think I'm gonna holster the weapon. Thank you, Hasbro, for making holsters. It makes it easier. And I guess you just kind of shove its foot in there and you have it. It's kind of weird, I think. I'm not quite sure, but there you go. Okay, there. But as far as the figure itself is concerned, it's like your standard Stormtrooper body. Good points of articulation, all that kind of stuff. I do love the variants that you have on the troopers. I think that one of my favorite things when the original trilogy came out was that each movie introduced a new type of stormtrooper. There was stormtroopers, there were TIE fighter pilots, and then in the next movie there were snowtroopers, and then the next movie there were biker scouts. I just thought that was really cool. So to me it was a natural progression when the prequels came out to have a well, they started with battle droids, then they had clone troopers, and then they had every kind of variant of clone troopers, and I think that was good. And now they've done the same thing for the sequel trilogy. They've had the First Order troopers, they've had Captain Phasma, they've had different colored ones like from the Resistance, from Star Wars Resistance. They've had gold and red, and not to mention the flame troopers and the snow troopers. They kind of all took their hints. So I think that was pretty cool. But it is time for me to pause the video and switch over to high speed mode so I can do this. I am so excited. I love the paper. You know, most of this, and we did an unboxing of one of these a while back. But essentially, what it is, it is a pretty much a mostly made of cardboard with a few plastic pieces, kind of that are there just to kind of help connect everything, and generally, but it's not like really thin cardboard. It's not like the cardboard that the box is in. It's definitely a little bit more than that. So I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to do a little high speed, and then we'll come back with this in a little bit. And we're back, and we have a very impressive Kessel playset. I've said this before in the previous ones. I really love these. I hope that Hasbro will continue to make them for future movies or playsets for The Mandalorian or any of the other streaming services coming. Only because I don't think they cost that much to make, so I don't think you really, even if only collectors buy them. But it's a great way to display some of these pieces. And the thing I'm thinking about doing now is maybe, and if I get to it in a future episode, I'll definitely show it in a shelf talk. Now we have two solo themed playset things like this. I would very much like to set up a little area in the collection where I can just place both of these and put just fill them with all the different figures. I think it would be a great diorama. It's a really cool thing. And what I love about this one, I love the art. Look at this stuff. And I'll get some close up. I'll actually do some panning shots of all the different parts of it. But like, look at all this art. We have like these droids in the front. We got some of the Pike characters in the middle there. We got that water on the bottom, that funky weird water that I think is flammable. And it's a playset on both sides. You've got this side. Then on the back side, you've got if I'll spin it around here, you've got Chewie. It's hard to bank out, but I'll get some close-ups of all the different things. But here in the middle level, there's I don't know if it's Chewie. It's a Wookiee slave, not Chewie. It's a Wookiee slave, and it just looks so impressive. And if you do nothing else but just place your figures on it, it's really cool. I will say that it is flimsy. It is made of a cardboard. It's not made of plastic. The only plastic that exists in this is the figure itself, which, while I'm sitting here, let's get Han Solo here.
Maybe you heard of me? Best pilot in the galaxy. Everything is under control. You ready with those coordinates? Everything is under control.
Right. Yeah, I figured.
Come on, get us out of here.
And again, pretty sure it's David W. Collins. I keep forgetting to ask. In fact, maybe I'll do a little short video of just that and see if I can get him to respond on Twitter. That would be awesome. But I know it's his voice. I mean, it has to be his voice. He does a great job. Oh, but you didn't die yet. You have a few more decades. All right. And it also comes with this little, the coaxium. Little stack here is a little bit bigger than this in the movie. It's actually like a little cart. So I'm a little disappointed that along with the tripod laser cannon, they didn't just give us a little cart to, and the loose pieces. I get it, the more loose pieces you have, the more expensive it is. I understand that. And I'm sure it was just a cost-cutting measure. Okay, so before I wrap things up, I had forgotten. Well, I would just say to wrap this up, great piece, great display piece. Not too large, a little bit thinner, I think, than the train heist one, but still, it's a little tall, so it's kind of hard. You gotta be careful with how you display it. But I'll figure something out. But it might find a home right next to me here in the Darth Tuba show studio just for a little while until I move a few things around. So we might do that. But I'm gonna put this guy over here, just give myself some room. But before I do that, I had forgotten about this little guy, the little lightsaber thing. So let me quickly do that. And, trying to think of where's the best way to open this. I don't want to cut it, but I don't know if I have a choice. Maybe it gives me instructions here. Does it tell you how to open it? Let me see, do I twist it? No, I'm going to cut this off because this is getting in the way. So, let me cut that out of the way there. Just do that. Okay, it looks like, yeah, this plastic comes off. And it looks like we have... I've never opened this one before, so I couldn't even tell you. Obviously, it's meant to look like a little lightsaber, so that's a cute little play feature. Definitely something more aimed towards, you know, little kids. And these are very, like, small kind of... There we go. It has 3. So which 3 did we get here? Oh, cool. Looks like we have... Well, let's start with the obvious. And I'll get us all... I'm going to try my best to get some close-ups. These are really tiny. Sometimes my camera can't even get a close-up enough. But it looks like we have Darth Vader. It looks like we have Rey. And this one, I can't... It's a hologram. So it might be... Oh, it's Leia. It's a hologram Leia, like older Leia. So, really cool. And then it's got this nifty lightsaber toy, you know. It's kind of like the kind of things that they would put candy in, you know. I don't think there's candy in this. Maybe there is. I don't think so. Is this... Yeah, it doesn't say. It just says... Oh, wait. Oh, there's one inside. Ooh, I'm glad I looked. There's one hidden in here. How do I get to it? Oh, we make things so difficult. Whatever company this is. I'm trying to do this without stabbing myself. Oh dear, come on. My goodness. What is this? It's still Hasbro. Oh, here we go. Ooh. Working on it. I'm going to actually use tweezers here. Okay, looks like we have another hologram. I think it's a Jango Fett or a Boba Fett in a hologram form, like the little blue. So there you go. And it also comes with... Oh, cool. Oh, neat. It comes with... I think it comes with a sticker. Oop, I'm gonna lock this in here. And you can actually... Now, I don't like this. I have to... Find it. Attaches to my microphone here. So you've got a nice little saber, and then it has this little sticker that you can use part of it to... Oh, sorry about that. Yes. Part of this to kind of label this to make it look more like a saber. That's kind of cool. A little cool little effect. There we go. So that's a nice little thing, along with a couple other little sticker buddies here. Nice. All right. Cool. Well, some pretty unique and different things here, right? Again, you know, I'm not one to... I probably am not going to collect the entire Microforce collection. They have a little tiny itsy bitsy catalog here. That yeah, there's Boba Fett. Oh my God, they're very... Series 1. You can tell it's new because it's Boba Fett, Yoda, Bucket, Kylo Ren, Kragar Gore. These are like characters from Star Wars Resistance. The Magna Guard, Stormtrooper, Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Darth Maul in a red hologram, Darth Vader, Rey, BB-8 in a hologram, Captain Phasma, and K2SO. Wow, that's pretty cool. I have to say, I'm kind of enjoying these. They're really tiny, and you know, but I don't think this thing was like... I think this was $3. So, you know, you're getting a little tiny thing, a little collection. What I love about the way Disney is doing the Star Wars setup is that they're really setting it up so that collectors can collect at any price range. You can collect movie prop replicas, you can collect costume replicas, or you can collect action figures, or for middle price, you know, like big ones like Sideshow and Hot Toys, or small ones like Black Series, or really small ones like regular 3 3/4 inch, or little tiny ones like this. it's nice to have that varied. I'm not going to collect all of them, but it's nice to see something unique like this. So, and a clever way to do it. So, kudos. Good job, Hasbro. Like it very much. All right. So, that will do it, though, for this week's episode of Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing Show. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check out all my other videos on YouTube, and check me out on Instagram and Twitter at Darth Tuba, Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. Leave comments or email me at darthtuba77@gmail.com if you have any questions or comments. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force be with you.